So hello guys, here we have question number 1 from check your understanding exercise of the chapter electromagnetic induction from Pathfinder. So let's start. Two long conducting bars P and Q are fixed parallel to each other in a horizontal plane some distance apart. On these bars, two parallel jumpers J1 and J2 each of resistance R are arranged at a separation x0 as shown in the figure. The jumpers can slide on the bars without friction if a uniform vertical magnetic field of induction B is switched on. Find final separation between the jumpers. Force between the jumpers due to their currents is negligible as compared to the force of interaction between current in the jumper and in the magnetic field and the magnetic field. So here basically what is happening is initially just as we switch on the magnetic field and as it reaches its maximum value, there due to that some impulse will be provided to the rods and they will gain some velocity. So here if we see as the magnetic field will increase in the upward direction, it would create such an electric field in the loop such that the electric current will flow in a clockwise direction in this loop. So let's say for the short duration, a current of I flows in this loop. So the equations we can write are d phi by dt over 1 by 2r, the resistance in the whole loop is 2r, must be equals to the current. So from here d phi by dt is L times x naught times dB by dt over 2r equals to I. And the force on the each rod, the force will be I times L times B. So the force equals to ILB equals to x naught L square B dB by dt over 2r. So this is the impulsive force. So the impulse will be integral f dot dt equals to the change in the momentum. So let's say that it gains a velocity v naught in the small time m times v naught. So from here the value of v naught we get is v naught equals to 1 by m times f dt integral of f dt, which is integral of x naught L square B dB by 2r. So integrating B here, what we get is x naught L square B square by 4r. So this is the velocity gained by each of the rods just after the magnetic field is switched on and it gains its maximum value. So after that the magnetic field, the change in the magnetic field will stop, and then the rods would have gained some velocity in the direction towards each other. Now what will happen is, now a motional EMF will be generated in each of these rods, and which will cause a force on each of them in the direction opposite to them. So let's say that some current I is being induced at some general time. So what we get from here is the current I will be 2 times VBL, which is the motional EMF in each rod, over 2R. So the force on each rod is VB square L square over 2R, over R, which can also be written as MV dV over dx. So from here, rearranging, what we get is B square L dx by R, integrating from, let's say, from some 0 to x, is equals to m dv integrating from v0 to 0. So from here what we get is b square L times the displacement of one rod over r is equals to m times v0. I'm not caring about the signs here because we only need the magnitude. We already have decided the directions, m times v0. So from here the displacement of each rod is equals to mr v0 over b square L. Now substituting the value of v0 from above, which was x naught L square B square by 4mr, what we get is mr by b square L multiplied by x naught L square B square by 4r. Sorry, here it is an L square and here it is on L square. So finally here L square L square. So finally on simplifying this, what we get is b square L square cancels and r cancels, and then m was here, so m also cancels. So what we get from here is the displacement of one rod is x naught by 4. So what we get from here is that one rod went by a distance of x naught by 4 finally, and the other also will go symmetrically by x naught by 4. So finally the distance will be between them will be x naught by 2 finally. So yeah, this is the final answer. Thank you.